There we go. True drive is Tunita or as Blakely? I think that would be another poll. Let me open that one up then. Alright, the poll is closing and David Tunita it'll be. We shall drive as David Tunita for the first Grand Prix in Australia. Alrighty. The communists are invading Australia on the track. The red wife. The red wife is coming. Ah. Here we see all our dedicated workers of the Union. Of the Red Star Racing team. Yeah, it looks very reddish, that brown. Still have to rework that a little bit. But it's very hard, like different lighting systems in different areas, you know. But it gets into the direction there. We redo what we did on Friday, but it decided to make it a proper challenge. We have basically no funding. We have the worst engine overall. We have drivers that have equal pie and equal stat. Whenever we do upgrade something, we have to upgrade it all. But I have to say, David Tunita really looks cute. You should not date him though. He's driving for a communist team. That is a major red flag right there. So we're starting with more communist dumb jokes again. Yeah. Also, you know, he's never free, so don't ask him out on a date. He's never free. Yeah.
The long wait is...
You know why you also don't want to date David Tunita as a communist driver right now? You know why? Because he may seize your means of reproduction. Yeah, I know. It's not getting any better at this point anymore. At least you're sharing. At least you're sharing the jokes.
This is going to be a good year. We're going to have a great time together. And obviously, the team are brand new. So
yeah, let's make the propaganda commission happy as well. We have to make a good result. Because if we don't, they have to come up, you know, with a cover-up story. You know, of like why we were so shit.
Okay, mate, nice and steady here. I want a representative lap because this is what's going to set our race strategy.
Exactly. See, he wants representative laps. Representative for the cause of the party. I mean, talking and driving is like another combination as well. You saw the settings earlier. We are having... Oh my god. Oh my god. This car is horrendous. Oh my goodness. It's hideous. Have the deep focus here. Of course. Thank you, phone. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. Come on. Fuck's sake. Ah. There you go. Here's a reminder if you're somebody who needs to take medicines. To take your medicine. That is purple. There we go. With that, all the practice programs are done and completed. Alright, let's go directly into qualifying. Yeah, okay. Let's see what the qualifying will bring. I don't expect us to get into Q2 at all. I think we will have a shootout right away at the first qualifying session. Get up into hot lap mode and let's try to get a good lap in. Cross our fingers for a good first qualifying in the worst possible car you can get in this game for an hour team career mode.
I'm afraid we've dropped to P22.
Could have been a better lap, but let's see. We are 9th right now. Holy! A 119.383 is what I got. Alright, here we go. Qualifying 1. We actually made it into Q2. Can you believe it? What?
Right, that's us down into P16 now.
A 119.310. It was better than the time we drove in Q1. Funnily enough. Okay. That sets us on to P8 right now. I'm pretty sure there will be faster times. I mean, we made it into Q2. That alone is mega. Let's face it, that is mega for that car. There we go! No! into Q3. What?
Make sure to join us again
Yeah, okay.
for Lights Out tomorrow.
I think the only one who we could have beaten with our time earlier would have been Alexander Albon, but that would have been about it. So P9 or P10, let's face it, doesn't really matter. But man, we made it into Q3 with like the far worst car. This is absolutely wild. Very good for David Tunitz as well for his stats right now. That will massively increase, of course. How on earth I was able to defeat this 100 AI to that degree? It's on legend difficulty, so what's the highest? 120? 110! What? Okay, so it seems like I really did a great job today. I guess I can pat my own shoulder here. So that was a pretty good one. Anyway, question is, can we carry that through in the race? Because I highly doubt it. We will struggle a lot starting from P10. It will be a very difficult race. I'm very certain of that. But we will find out more when we actually get into the race. With that said, let's get into that race session.
The winter is over. It's time for Formula One 2025. Yes, that long break that you've all been coping with so well can now be put to the back of your minds. It's on-track action and it's off-track drama. That's what we're looking forward to. So here we are at Albert Park Circuit, 3.28 miles around, with the streets making for a bumpy surface with little undulation. There are 14 corners around the lake, with the best passing opportunities coming at turn 1 and turn 3. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Lando Norris will lead us away from pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Piastri, Leclerc, George Russell and Verstappen, Ocon, Tsunoda, Albon and David Tunitz, Stroll, Antonelli, Fernando Alonso and Hadjar, Sainz, Hülkenberg, Pierre Gasly and Gabriel Bortoleto, Behrman, Blakely, Doohan and Liam Lawson rounds off the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track. And joining me in the commentary box once again, Naomi Schiff. Hi, Gnomes. New season, new dawn, and now 22 cars and 11 teams on the grid.
First of all, this is such an exciting time. I mean, to have an 11th team on the grid is exciting news for the sport. But for them today, I guess you would be really nervous. It's the first time you're going to be doing this. There is so much to learn. But at the end of the day, they've got to remember that expectations aren't that high. They've all been there before. They've all had their first race, and no one is expecting them to land on the top of the podium. So just learn to walk before you can run.
There we go, 0.4 meters.
Incredible parking there, nice one. That's going to give you the edge if you can get good launch as the race starts.
Gotta get a good launch. There we go, and the lights are out, and the race is on. Hey, that was a very good one. For the start of the race, there we go. Alrighty, we made up a lot of positions without damaging the cars. Well, that was a very, very good start here. Now let's try to not overdo it. We are in the points now. Let Leclerc and Hamilton fight and maybe feast on that. Hamilton on the hard tires right now. Alright, I cannot catch up to Hamilton, even on hot lap mode. The Renault being just not fast enough for that. Game! Don't lag, please, come on. And now we're in threat of Ocon behind, who has, of course, the Ferrari engine, which is way better than Renault. So this will be fun. Let's try to lure him to the inside again. Let's see. And brake lighter than him. There we go. Could have gone earlier myself, but now he goes on the outside. That's good, because that way I can maintain the position. There we go. Thank you very much. But yeah, I don't think that the run is very fast. We see it now. It was just a very good start for me, where I did everything right. And now we struggle. Opens the rear ring for speed, yes. Power is more lower. Hang on. Now he did it because I watched the chat. That's on me. That's on me. I wanted to catch up with the chat so badly.
We've lost a position. That's us down a place.
Oh, really? No shit, Sherlock. Losing a position sets us down a place. I would not have thought that this is what happens when you lose a position. That it sets you down a place. Goodness.
Look out for a bit of understeer when trailing the car ahead. They're going to be giving off dirty air, which is going to affect our tyres, so try to get past.
Mark, I already have a lot of understeer due to how the car is built. Thank you very much. I deal with understeer. I deal with understeer all the time. Is what I meant to say. Goodness. Oh my god, what is with this car? Goodness. If Verstappen will go past here, no chance. There was one way to regain that position. Okay, Russell. Good that I broke so much. I wasn't sure if he would try, but maybe I should have just risked it at this point. That is also true. It's the thing. Whoa, don't do that. Verstappen, don't you do that on me. Okay, I hate when the AI does that. I hate when the AI does that. So sometimes what happens, to show you exactly what I mean here. Where is it? There you go. Sometimes the AI really struggles finding the line, and sometimes they just go into your inside. Luckily, he was steering out, but very often the AI thinks there's no car at all, and they keep going straight. I was lucky that he was steering out again, but very often it happens that they drive into your side and they stick to your side, and like they basically bulldoze you around, and you can no longer get rid of them. And you both are out of the race in the end. That's one thing that they do pretty often, and I hate when they do that. But I was lucky here. Okay, I think it's safe to say we will not be able to keep up with Russell due to his better car. Let's just try to rather stay ahead of Verstappen for as long as possible. So Verstappen officially is cancer now. We have to prevent him overtaking at any cost, you know? That's kind of how we have to treat this now. A very, very dark analogy. I'm sorry about that, but that's basically how the sentiment has to be here now. If the game wouldn't lag right now, that would help. That was a bit weird again. There we go. Okay. You know the level of fade you have for Max? I can only assume it, but I don't truly know it. What? 28%. No, that's the wrong button.
Confirmed.
At lap 15. Okay, good to know that we have that option. It would be nice if Mark would maybe not come with that while I'm getting overtaken by somebody, you know?
And gap to the car in front, 2.6 seconds.
I think the car in front is nothing we have to worry about, Mark. Maybe open your eyes and look again where we are at right now. I'm out of ERS. Am I still on hot lap? Yes, that's why, because he distracted me with his dumb tire strategy. You want me to do a good job on track, and yet you'd like to distract me at every given point. Man, Mark needs some whiskey to calm down his nerves. I mean, I could use a whiskey right now to calm my nerves with that guy, let me tell you that. I already got 2 more grey hair because of him right now. Okay. Mark is trolling, yes. Don't talk to me in the corners, every Ferrari driver ever. The thing is, what a lot of people don't know, F1 drivers have to actually, what means have, they actually are holding their breath when they go into a corner because the G-force is so high in those cars that they do, like, the G-forces pressure your lung. You cannot breathe in a corner due to the G-force in it. Let that just sink in. So, of course, they want focus there so that they can, you know, catch a breath before that corner.
Seconds.
I also just see, you see on my car, I already have damage to my sides, apparently. But I'm yellow-green blind. I struggle with yellows and greens. And this is why I hate we cannot adapt that for the OSD. That would be very helpful. I cannot tell whether they have side pod damage or not, but looks like it. As Albon tries it again now. And Verstappen is coming through as well. Oh my god, that was very dangerous. Especially with the lag there. Lag game, come on!
Win that place back.
There we go. I'm doing pretty okay.
Okay, so
hanging in there.
Teammate by 10.4 seconds.
Hanging in there. Oh! The car's just a rock. That's what it feels like. And therefore it's to maintain this position, even though I think I'm doing pretty okay for now. Defending P7, there would be a lot of points on the board right there. Our main sponsor, Axthermic, which we also have on the Halo here, wants us to be 10th or better in the championship. We have 11 teams, so if I can score points here, we already have a very good start. It's just about then to carry it through, you know. That's why I want to maintain it as much as possible. Now, lap 15, what are the tires doing? 45%, still looking okay. But I think it will come in next lap regardless. So, box this lap. Mark?
Copy.
No, what? Dude, now you distracted me from that. You goodness. Even the team members are underdeveloped here. Goodness. Yeah, and now a deep brake for the corner because... Verstappen, careful please. Box this lap. Come on.
We'll receive you at the end of this
yes. How often do we have to tell you? Is this a race car or a tank? Goodness. Oh, yeah. I wanted to, forgot I wanted to come into the pits. Okay, one more lap then. Is that Tsunoda? Yes. Yes, you two are up there. Keep fighting. Keep doing that. That's good. No, don't pick up Verstappen. How about you shoot him off? That would be nice. Rather try to win with strategy. There we go. Let's go in. Alrighty. Oh, goodness. My hands are hurting. Oh, my goodness. Okay. First and done. There we go. Late? How was that late? Controller! Because my controller disconnected! Shut up!
There seems to have been a problem removing the right rear wheel. We need to try and put it behind us though, and let's finish this race strong.
I had such a good start into the race. But this car, in comparison to the others, feels like a... It feels like a carrier. That's what it feels like. And, Mark, my engineer, really isn't very helpful today either. And before you wonder, no, that's not slow motion. The car really is that slow. But let's hope we can make up.
Okay, this is not your true position. They haven't pitted yet, so don't waste time fighting them. They're going to be coming in soon.
What do you mean they haven't pitted yet? They just came out of the pits. What the f*** are you talking about? What is wrong with you? Don't you know how to read a f***ing sheet? Do I need to teach you how to read? You need to go back to school? Goodness.
Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now.
Yeah, I better hope so. I'm just out on the tires now for one lap, you doofus. Goodness. Okay, there is our teammate, Blakely. Oh, God. What is it with this car? You cannot even... Oh, my goodness. Oh, my God. This will not end well. So many cars in one. Man, Blakely, seriously, you couldn't even protect yourself from that one. That was like one of the most ridiculous overtaking maneuvers by anybody. And you don't even fight back. Goodness. I don't know if you saw that, but that was like such a demotivated move from him. Oh, boy. He seriously could have done something. And he's like, oh no, yeah, well, whatever. Oh, goodness. Oh, he's coming out of the pits there. Who is it? Stroll? Yup. And here goes my only critique about the Albert Park circuit I had since almost ever. The way the pit exit is designed here is that the cars rejoin on the straight into turn 1. But they are on the inside of turn 1, right on the apex. This is not only a big blocker for faster cars on the track that have to brake even earlier due to turbulent air and potentially shoot off, but also a severe safety risk. And it could be so easy, like they did on so many other circuits, to avoid this from happening with an accident to the next turn on the outside. Because accelerating out of a corner is easier to reduce than the speed you carry already into a corner, even after having been on the brakes already. Especially without ABS. I hate when they come out of the pits like that. Okay. Likely in the pits. He's coming out. It's Hajar. Oh my god. Seriously? Oh my god. Seriously? Sonoda, what was that all about? You could have driven through. Yeah, no chance, even on hot lap mode. Nothing much I can do there.
Okay, focus. We need to stay on form.
Says the guy who cannot read a table right. But I have to say, impressive enough that we got onto P10 in the qualifyings. That's what we can take home here as a good little reward here.
Tyres are degrading fast. We can change strategy if you want. Check your MFD for details.
I'm out on these tires with just a very few laps. How can they already be degraded? Oh no, wait, wrong key. That's exactly what I'm talking about. It's like, oh my god. At least it did it at a good spot, you know? Well, I would like to see what my tire wears right now in percentage. Okay, he says lap 34. Let's start with lap 37 right now. What is it? There we go. It's 20. What is your problem with 28% tire degradation? Come on. Chill your clits a little bit, will you? Okay, Gasly, let's see. What do you have? Yep. Yep, that was clear. Clean.
Keep on him. He might make a mistake.
He did exactly what he should have done in the overtaking maneuver. Also blocking. Oh my god, I just got so much slipstream in the braking zone from Gasly's car. I overshot the corner. What? I could literally feel how my car was being dragged further. I could literally feel the drag. Oh my goodness. It was like a sudden boost, kind of. I'm in the opinion they should all use the same specs and deal with it. I don't know how y'all would feel about that. That would take away, for me, a little bit from the model of Formula 1. If you want the same specs, then you have to watch Formula 2. Or something like Super Formula. But that's where you have the same specs. Because I don't mind cars having different specs. I don't mind teams having more funds than others. Because there's some teams, like Ferrari, who do have a lot of funds and still build an absolute shit car of a box. And you have other teams like Haas who have no funds, and sometimes, as an underdog, really do a fantastic job. So this is why I personally am on the ground of like, no, I like that actually. Because it doesn't guarantee that somebody, you know, will win as well. It comes down to how to utilize the resources that you have. I wouldn't like that to be changed. There, we have other series 4. I think it's part also of the tension of it, and you know that makes the victories even bigger when you have somebody like Braun GP, you know, coming into the season and like immediately winning. You know, that is like exactly what I mean by that. It's like, it makes victories even better. And losses sometimes even sweeter, sometimes even worse, you know? Sometimes even more bitter. And that's what I like about it. Like, Formula 1 is drama to a certain degree. And that drama also comes down to Ferrari doing a bad strategy. Or Red Bull not knowing who they should set in as drivers. You know, it's part of the drama, they're part of the spectacle, in my personal opinion. What I would rather do is shorter calendars. I know how this sounds there because fans want more and more races. But here's the thing, you have people like Verstappen winning halfway through the season because they gathered so many points over the season. Especially with like sprint races in addition. The more points there are, the faster you will win. So why not shorten it again? If you think back at like the 90s of like calendars with like 16 races. 10 to 16 races. Yes, that means that, you know, teams on the lower end may have less chances to catch up again. But the longer the season gets, the more the mindset is like, oh yeah, the season is long enough. We don't have to risk it right now. And this is why the races nowadays so often tend to be so uninteresting. Because drivers are no longer risking it because they know we have a long season ahead. Nothing to risk any further. And by the point where like the season, you know, the season ending is slowly dawning and they realize it, they're like, yeah, well, now it's too late anyway. We cannot catch up this and that team anymore by points. That's the problem. This is why we need shorter calendars again. If it was up to me, I would go along and do a different theme every year to really spice up the calendar. Like, have one season that's like a season only on Asian tracks, you know? Then have a season that is only street tracks. Then have a season that's only counterclock or anti-clockwise race tracks. That way, every season is very unique and different, and therefore different skill sets are required from the teams as well to adapt. But keep the season shorter, and boom, you have a little bit of a variety, and you have every season a completely different approach to it. But because if you have the same tracks over and over and over again in the same order, especially the bigger teams can prepare better. That's the thing. So it would, of course, require more creative solutions from the teams as well. And creativity is something that the big teams don't want to do because they rely on what they already have, of course. They don't want to risk anything, and to be creative is being risky, and therefore the small teams have a higher chance again. That's what I would do. That's the one thing I would change. We don't need the sprint races. We can kick them out. Sometimes they can be interesting, yes, but they do next to nothing other than that the top teams get even more points. Rather focus on a shorter calendar. Maybe shorter race distances overall, you know. Oh my god, the hearts have like no grip at all. Holy You think I will catch Gasly? I've been thinking that for a while now. He's also on hards. This is why I've been trying to drive consistently here, which is very hard with this car, especially when you talk on the sideline, but it may be. But P13 is already pretty good. So this is why I'm like, you know what? If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Okay, we are in the S range of Gasly now. I don't have much ERS to play with. There we go. Because I do, you know me from like, with the Bethesda games, I do always follow official channels. And that's where I get my info from. And when an official channel, like I said, F1 posts themselves.
3.6 seconds.
Okay, now we overtook Gasly. Now the question is, can he stay within DRS range? I have to see that I can hopefully get away from him. I caught up and overtook him, but that is not alone. That alone is not enough. So now it's about building a gap on Gasly, trying to keep that P12. That would still be an okay end to this Grand Prix to me. Where we started from P10, meaning that we didn't lose much overall. We actually did a fantastic job there, now that I think of it. We started P10 with this car, we maintained P12. That's actually pretty good. Question is if we can really maintain it. We are 3 seconds behind Albon. That would be the next one on the list, but I don't know if I can catch him. That would be the next challenge. But now it's to keep Gasly behind us. But also can do things like street tracks only, road courses only, race tracks that go against the clock only, high-speed tracks only, tracks with a lot of... Oh my god. Gasly is too good. He's brilliant.
Okay, we've lost a position. That's us down a place.
Oh my goodness. Will he finally give up? There we go. Okay, I'm a bit nervous about Gasly and Albon there. That could be interesting. Interesting development there. Gasly now on the outside of Albon. There's yellow flags right now. We cannot overtake here. But there we go. Let's go on Albon. We got faster out of the corner. There we go. Okay. We have blue flags as well. Somebody's approaching us. We will have to make space soon. But that is another position. Very good. Let's try to stay at the end of Gasly. Stroll! Where did Stroll suddenly come from? What? And he doesn't know how to defend his position. That was way too wide open. We see blue flags continuously. I hope it will not affect me soon, but it will. That's for certain. There we go. Okay, let's go on the start line here. Where is... That's Leclerc. There we go. Come on. Come on. Come on, Leclerc. Do it. Catch up to me. After the two corners, hopefully.
Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 2.1 seconds.
There we go. Come on, pass now, will you? There we go. Let's try to start on Leclerc for some slipstream. So Leclerc is leading the race. Good for Ferrari. And we get DRS from Leclerc. Oh my god, the car is just very hard to drive right now. There we go. Well, I think I will no longer be able to overtake Gasly, sadly. I was hoping that Leclerc would be fast enough to overtake him and the blue flag would help me to catch him, but I guess sadly not. With that said, Here we go. What position are we in? I totally forgot to look.
Okay,
P12?
pick up rubber and bring it home.
P11. Okay, we only lost one position in total. There we go. Goodness. Driver of the day being Yuki Tsunoda. Now, this is a very unlikely scenario. Sorry, Ferrari fans. Yeah, this is how I get reminded that F125 is fiction. Well then, there we go.
An exciting weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for more exciting Formula One action very soon.
There we go. This was the first race of the season. We, oh my god, they overtook all the way until the 10th place. That's insane. We got P11, and our teammate, Lucas Blakely, didn't even make up one oh my goodness, are you kidding me? Well, we did a great performance. We started P10, we only lost one position. I really expected worse, I have to say. Let's see. No, okay, no cost of repairs. Good. Whew. And there is a little bit of additional fan riding, which doesn't get us up the riding itself yet, but one thing at a time, of course.